What's up everybody and welcome to a new video. I'm Lawan and today I want to have a look, we want to have a closer look at the map of Far Cry 6. So in the latest gameplay trailers, the main characters actually had a look at the map of Far Cry 6, so at the map of Yara over here. And in that map we can actually discover a lot of interesting things, so to say, so about the different regions of Yara. And it is definitely worth to take a look at this map because apparently this is the largest map of any Far Cry game according to Ubisoft. So even larger than Far Cry 3, and if you remember, the map of Far Cry 3 was absolutely massive. And to join me today to discuss this amazing map, probably amazing map, is David. David, how's it going?
It's going perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm glad you can discuss this with me today. So first off, we have here the capital of Yara, which is Esperanza. So we can see that over here in the top of the map, and it is compared to the rest of the environment, it's absolutely massive. And inside of inside of Esperanza, we can actually see a couple of other locations in the city, right, David?
Yes, that's correct. Of course, Esperanza is the first time we're getting a really big city in Far Cry. And we're also already seeing a lot of big landmarks in the city. In the center, we're always seeing this huge tower that's called the Lion Tower in English. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of diversity already in this small space.
The main villain of the game, so Anton Castillo, this will be his headquarters, or the headquarters of his government party and the headquarters of him and of his son Diego. So that is probably where they will be keeping themselves. So here you can see, of course, it's a beautiful vista. It is largely inspired by Havana itself, a suitable place for a dictator such as Anton Castillo. And then moving on, we can see indeed that you have a pretty good view from the higher buildings of the city into the surrounding area. So we can actually see on this screenshot, for example, in the distance, we can actually see quite a lot of mountainous range, so to say. And that is actually an entirely different location in the game itself. So that will be this province, that is an adjacent province. And that is basically probably one of the first areas you will go to into the game. So from Esperanza, the capital city where we suspect the beginning of the game will take place, you will probably go to this other area at a certain point in the game. And as you can see over here, there's also smaller towns over there. So some rural townships or something like that. And we can actually see this mountainous range in the trailers, right, David?
Definitely, the island is covered by a lot of mountains. And we can clearly see here that you're riding this huge mountain range on a horse. We can see really far from here. We can see a lot of the other provinces and even huge island in the background.
So it's this island over here, and we believe, we cannot really tell it correctly, but it looks like this is called Isla San Vario or something like that. We're not entirely certain, but it looks like this will be a key location into the game, right?
Actually, it looks like it's based on the real island that's south of Cuba, Isla de Pinos. It used to be a prison island, so it definitely could be that we are taken there as a prisoner and we have to escape from there, or we going to visit it, or it's a base for the rebels. It could be a lot of things, but it's definitely important to the story.
Indeed, certainly an interesting location. So if we have a look at this island over here, we do have some kind of township over here. It's a small island in itself, a small community in itself. There's some roads over here, and then there is some type of swamp over there. And indeed, David, it looks like it will be sort of central. It looks like it's also kind of blocked over here by some ships over there. So I'm not really sure what that means. Who is blocking that? This is an interesting place to the rebels as well, because there was another shot in the trailer in that particular scene that they are having a look at that island on a map. So either they are already there over here, or they are going there, or they are planning to invade that particular island. So at this moment we don't necessarily know. Speaking of the rebels, it looks like the rebels in the beginning of the game will be in this type of location. So in this province, this greener province. And why do we think that, David?
All the images, all the footage we've seen from the rebels so far, they're showing this swamp-like environment. And on the map we're also seeing these little swamp-like lakes that are there. So yeah, it definitely looks like we're gonna meet all these interesting characters over there, including the little pet alligator that we've seen in the trailer.
This is more of a wet environment with all these small lakes, as you said, in this province. And there's also a little capital of this province. This will be where the rebels will have their holdup, because as you can see, it's probably difficult for Anton Castillo's military forces to locate them in this swamp-like environment. So that is probably why they're holding up over there. So, and with the rebels, you will looks like you will do a couple of missions with them. Well, quite a lot of missions probably with them. And so actually those are being evidenced in the gameplay that we've seen until now. So you can actually see in a couple of them that you are assaulting what looks like some pipelines. So you can see we are in some kind of rural area, might still be in the swamp type of location in the game, and you are basically assaulting the armed forces near these silos where they are probably keeping oil, because you can see these oil installations over here. So that is probably what you are doing over here, helping the rebels, taking back control over the resources of Yara. And then there will be some other type of probably more interesting missions. So we actually have some evidence that there will be some type of undercover mission. We can actually see that in the trailer. And how do we think that this will play out?
Yes, so it's very likely that Danny goes undercover to visit Anton and probably do something to him. We're also seeing this footage that she's being captured, so she's probably going to visit him in his headquarters, and very likely from there she must escape, or you must escape the city, and you're probably going to do that on a horse while fending off all these tanks and troops from Anton.
There's only one real location that is left, which we haven't talked about, right, David?
This environment is actually one of the bigger environments. It looks to have huge mountains, and we haven't seen anything from it, so it's probably going to be an end game part of Far Cry 6.
Indeed, and there's also, as you notice, maybe there's also these little townships, but over here in this Sierra Perdida, what we can read over here, which translates to Lost Mountains, doesn't look like there are any towns over here at all. So, but it still looks like it's under control of Anton Castillo's regime. But nevertheless, it's a really big part of the game, which I don't think we've seen in any of the trailers until now. So Ubisoft is definitely keeping some cards closer to their chest, because for me, I get the impression that this is more of like a drier environment. Well, and with that said, I think we've got a pretty good view of the map of Yara already. Of course, it looks like we haven't seen a lot of stuff yet, but this definitely looks like these will be all the central locations of the game. And well, this is basically just our interpretation of how you could probably go through the game. We're not 100% certain. So let us know in the comments what you think about that and how the game will play out plot-wise. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.